men, women, and children of our nation who Yahawah, YAHAWASHI, my birthday upon them. Shamayam, AHLA, YAHAWAH, NAWA, YAHAWAH, RAWCHAA YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH, Halalyam, NAWA, NAWA, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Also want to give double honors to the apostles and elders, the bishops of Great Millstone, and much due respect to the sincere asking for the labor and works, the shalom to believers, the 𝐤𝐄𝐅𝐄, which be brothers, the few amount of sincere sisters who do trust the truth, that today's lesson is edifying, playing upon the table, straight to the point. Today's lesson is pretty much going into patience, to continue waiting, continue to endure, continue to put up with that lonely shit, continue to just deal with it, deal with the fact that Babylon, aka America, is still operating, but he's talking Babylon today. All right. So the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, in verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. All right, so the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. Right, so prophecies. Right, for example, Babylon, aka America, literally crashing overnight, all hell breaking loose. The RFID hit, the RFID type P, right? If you know what I'm talking about, it's become mandatory, right? For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Thou will tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So even though like prophecies feel like it's delayed, even though it feels like America is like America's downfall is tarrying, is delayed, is dragging, prophecies that the hopeful elect are waiting to see to be manifest. It feels like it's tarrying. It feels like nothing is happening, right? Though it tarry, wait for it, because at the end it shall speak. Right? The prophecies are going to manifest at its appointed time, right? That's why it feels like everything is right, okay? Because prophecy is yet an appointed time. Shalom, AHBA, All right, so that was Habakkuk 2 and 3. All right. Though it tarry, wait for it. Right? Continue to wait, like the title of the lesson says, continue to wait and watch. There's nothing we can do but just continue to wait and watch. All right. So, let me get that Sirach right quick. Because that's what a lot of Israelites don't understand about this ministry, this walk. You want to suffer, you got to do a lot of waiting, a whole lot of waiting. Right? And a lot of people don't have that kind of spirit to endure, to wait, to continue waiting. Eventually they'll break, they'll fold. The book of Ecclesiastes is also known as Sirach, chapter 2, in verse 14, and it reads, woe unto you that have lost patience. And what will you do when the Lord, Yahawashi, shall visit you. All right, so what you Hebrew Israelites are going to do when you take your hand off the plow, you can wait for them. Woe unto you, destruction, death, destruction, unto those who was once in this truth, who was serving our power, that pretty much went back out to the world, and you just stop serving our power. All right. Woe unto you that have lost patience. And what will you do when the Lord shall visit you? Right? So, though it's hurry, wait for it. Right? Because if you don't wait, guess what? You decide to lose patience. Woe unto you, man. All right? Our Father's going to visit your ass. All right? Let me get that another version. Stay with me. I'm going to get that new revised standard version. And it reads, woe unto you who have lost your nerve. What will you do when the Lord's reckoning comes? Right? For those who was once in this truth, you couldn't endure anymore. You couldn't continue running. Okay? You couldn't continue serving our power. You couldn't no longer carry your cross. All right? So guess what? What are you going to do when Yahawashi birthday comes? All right? Let me get that First Thessalonians. First Thessalonians. First Thessalonians chapter 5, verses 1 through 3. And it reads, but of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. And because of that, the hopeful elect, because we don't know exactly when Yahawashi, our Lord and Savior, Yahawashi Mashiach is going to return, because we don't know the day of, since we don't know the exact day when all hell is going to break loose, the day of the Lord comes, because of we don't know when, that keeps us in the spirit of remaining patient, because it could be any moment. It could be right now when I'm doing this lesson. It could be tomorrow. It could be tonight. When everything you see now, the way of life, is no more. It doesn't matter. Everything just changed to where it's so-called civilized to where it is completely uncivilized. Okay? So because we don't know exactly when our power is going to come, and that fear that the hopeful elect has, they're going to continue waiting, because the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. Right? Continue to wait and watch. Okay? Verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. All right. So the day of the Lord, it comes as a thief in the night. Right. So woe unto you that have lost patience, right? Because when the day of the Lord finally comes uh upon us, right, as a nation and the whole world to judge, pretty much, right, is what comes as a thief in the night. Going to catch you unexpected. You're not expecting it. Okay? We'll get that NLT version very quick. It's going to be a short lesson. I don't plan on having it that long. All right, so the book of First Thessalonians chapter 5, verses 1 through 3 in the NLT, the New Living Translation. Now concerning how and when all this will happen, right? Prophecies, right? Dear brothers and sisters, we don't really need to write you, for you know quite well that the day of the Lord's return will come unexpectedly. When people are saying everything is peaceful and secure, peace and safety, then disaster will fall on them as suddenly as a pregnant woman's labor pains begin, and there will be no escape. And when a woman is pregnant and she's at that time when she's ready to give birth to the child, the water just breaks with no warning. It's just all over the fucking place. Right? That's what's going to be like on the day of the Lord. He's just going to pop up on the scene. Right? He's just going to pop up. All right, but the ones who are not going to be caught, surprised, or it's not going to seem unexpectedly to the elect, because the elect are what? Constantly continuing to wait and watch. The elect are constantly expecting the Lord's return through faith. Because the elect believes it's just a whole waiting process. Like, when YAHAWASHI is gonna come back already and fuck this shit up. Start judging the 2/3 of our nation and all these other nations. It's like, come here already. But what? Habakkuk 2 and 3. Though Terry wait for it. All right. The visions are set for an appointed time. He's paraphrasing. YAHAWASHI's return is set for an appointed time. Okay? And because we don't know exactly when is that appointed time, that keeps the elect in check, like, it could be any moment. All right. What if, I'm just saying, like, this is what if I was to take my hand off the plow right now? Boom. All hell break loose. YAHAWASHI time of visitation has finally come upon the people. That's a scary thing. It could be that very day, that very moment when you take your hand off the plow, you go back to the world, you go back to be conformed onto the world, right? Go back to being you pretty much, or the worst. It could be that very moment when the Lord's going to visit you, right? And that's a scary thing that keeps us in check. Like, nah, fuck that. I'm not trying to take my head off the plow, because it could be that very moment. All right. Um, look at another one. Luke chapter 21. Book of Luke chapter 21. And verse 36. Okay. And it reads, watch ye therefore, and pray always. It says, watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man, to stand before YAHWH. So, continue to watch, continue to pray, right? Continue to wait and watch and pray always, that you be counted worthy to escape all the things, the hour of temptation, Jacob's trouble, the famine, with Esau, so-called white man comes down with his wrath, pretty much to escape the Lord's wrath, right? All right, so I'm gonna read it again. The book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 36. Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. All right. So continue to watch and pray. Right? Continue to watch and pray, and just deal with the fact that Babylon is still fucking standing. Right? Eventually, at some point, this bitch is going to crash at some point. It's just a matter of when. Right? We don't know when, but we hope it's sooner than we think, or we hope for. Shalom, shalom. Shalom. Get a book of Ephesians very quick. The book of Ephesians, chapter 5. All right, so the book of Ephesians, chapter 5. verses 15 and 16. See then that ye walk circumspectly, constantly looking around, being very observant, all right, 360, all right, spiritually, physically. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. So constantly watch circumspectly, okay? Because what? Redeeming the time because the days are evil. We come into very dark, dreadful times, evil times, okay? All right? Circumspectly, circum means circle, spec is like watch. So circumspect, you're constantly watching. You're expecting, you're alert, you're watching, okay? You're watching of what's going on in the world. You're using prophecies as a measuring stick to see where we're at, or how close we are onto certain prophecies being fulfilled, and YAHAWASHI's second coming. All right. Let me get that First Peter. All right. So the book of First Peter, chapter 5, and verse 8. Be sober, right? And vigilant, but sober. You're going to be sober spiritually by not taking heed to other doctrines, other philosophies. You're going to be spiritually drunk. All right. Want to have a sound mind, okay? A mind of what? Wisdom and knowledge. All right. And also physically, you can have some yang yang from time to time, just be moderate with balance it out. Don't be drunk all day, every fucking day. Be sober, be vigilant, right? Vigilant. Keeping careful watch for possible danger, right? Or difficulties. Watchful, on the lookout, alert, on one's alert, prudent and ready. All right. So we say be sober, be vigilant, be alert, be ready. Ready for what? Day of the Lord, which is of darkness and not light. All right. Let me get one more. Let me get that Matthew. Close out. See, chapter 24. Okay, so the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And that's like one of the most difficult things in this truth, in this walk, is enduring, waiting, being patient. Okay? Waiting is the waiting part. It really sucks. Because we can see it in the spirit, the power of YAHAWASHI, like, yo, there's literally so much happening. Like, what else needs to happen for America to finally crash and fall? It's like America is like, what's that game? Jenga, big ass blocks and shit. You gotta try to get one out without having the thing falling. It's like America is on its last piece that's keeping it up. And it's like, yo, which one of these pieces, which one of these prophecies, which one of these blocks needs to be removed from this Jenga so this shit just fucking fall? That's what it's like. Every day, as time goes on, I'm just gonna speak for myself first and foremost. I'm not gonna lie, I'm keep going with you lately. There's that spirit of like, yo, what else needs to happen for this place to finally fucking crumble? But that's the thing though, enduring. All right, let me get that word endure. Because it goes a little bit deeper. That word endure goes into like to wait, to put up with, deal with it, something along that line. Let me get that right. Endure. Okay, so for endure, it says suffer something painful or difficulty. Suffer something painful or difficult patiently. And this walk, it is painful and it is difficult. If it wasn't difficult, then any and all Israelites will be doing what we're doing. All of the nation Yasha will be suffering, will be um, carrying their cross to serve our power. Okay, this is a walk that not anyone or everyone can do because in this walk it requires suffering. Okay, similar terms will be go through, live through what? Live through this suffering. Okay, another one is cope with, deal with, deal with. There's not much we can do. We just got to deal with the fact that this place hasn't crumbled yet. We got to deal with the fact that there's probably still more. Uh, like we got to deal with that. There's probably still a remaining of the elect that's not sealed yet, that has not received that sawah, that mark to be exempt from judgment, who has not heard his word yet, so they can repent, believe in his word, repent to our power, and serve. Right? Suffer, tolerate. You gotta tolerate the ways of America. What's going on here? How polluted it is with wickedness. We gotta tolerate the fact that everything is against us here. We gotta tolerate the fact that America is still running. These fucking Babylonians can still live it up. We gotta deal with the fact like, yo, like this shit still hasn't crashed yet, man. And we hope for that. We hope. We're longing, but that's something we just gotta deal with. We gotta deal with the fact that this place is still up and running, and we have to what? Continue to wait and watch. All right. That's pretty much it for the similar terms. It was the ones I really want to get was to deal with, cope with, tolerate, put up with, right? Put up with, tolerate or endure something, tolerate or endure something, so tolerate or endure what? The fact that we're still here, the fact that America is still running, the fact that we're still those watchmen just waiting for like, yo, when this bitch is gonna get hit already? Huh? Okay, all right. Let's see what the fuck got, and then we'll close out. Um, yep, all right, I'm gonna get these two right here, and I'm gonna close out. This is my brother Yawana, voice of YAHAWASHI, Michigan. The book of Joel, chapter 21, verse 30. That the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. Yeah. And this is the precept. We're going to go into it. The book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 4. The Lord Yahweh, Yahawashi, have made all things for himself. Yet, even the wicked for the day of evil. All right. So our power has made the wicked, Esau, Edom, so-called white man, um, for himself as well too, because Esau is going to play the role of being like the bad guy, right? The evil scientist, bad guy, okay, for the evil day, trouble. Um, Revelation 12 and 12, when the devil shall come down with great wrath, right? Because that short time, paraphrasing. Revelation 12 and 17, that the dragon was brought with a woman and went to make war with the remnant of seed, right? Esau Edom was made to do that. He was made to go to war against us, okay? The days of evil, right? All right. So that's about it for today's lesson. I just want to bring that out. Yeah, it fucking sucks that this place is still running. Nothing like it's like that flesh thought of like, yo, like nothing is happening. Like, but in the spirit, yeah, there's a lot happening. And because of that constant fight of the flesh and the spirit, the flesh is like it just uh has like that thought in the back of his mind, like is anything really happening? But the spirit is like, yeah, there's a lot going on. Okay, it's just the fact that like America hasn't really got fucked up yet. And we're longing for that. Okay, so continue to wait and watch because what Rock mentioned what woe unto them that have lost patience. Okay, what you gonna do when the Lord visits you? Okay, Habakkuk 2 and 3. That will carry weight for it, and it shall speak. I cannot lie. Um, so that's about it. Continue enduring, Akim, Wahakwa, continue enduring, just continue to put up with it, deal with the fact that this place is still it still exists. Okay. All right. Albert Ross is out that something do happen soon because man, like I know we all feel this way. We all feel like we're like at the fucking breaking point. What the fuck is gonna happen soon, man? All right, but continue fighting the good fight of faith. Continue to be patient. Continue to watch and pray. Right. Albert Ross is out the lesson was edifying, playing upon the table, straight to the point. Woe unto them that lost patience, solitary. All right, so we'll close out by giving them much due, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA QaDash, double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone, and much due respect to the sincere Akim who are laid in work. Shalom to you believers, to the Akim wa Aqua, which will be your brothers and few amount of sincere sisters who do for the truth. DTA, above soon, on your Shalom. Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Shalak Rayum, Wa Ainasham, Wa Abadium, Wa Haragium, Wa Mashapatium, Al Call Adawamium, Wa Gawayum, Wa Ayabyam Nawa, Baba Kusha, Basha, Basha, Yahawah Bahashim, Yahushai, Tawala Ahmad.